All right, before I say anything about what happened today during the draft and what I think about what these Seahawks did, I want to say thank you to everybody who came out to the stream today. We had as many as 30 people in there at one point. Most of the stream we had 15 to 20, and by the end, when it was our pick, we were getting somewhere between 25 to 30. So it was a great success, in my opinion, that stream. I will be streaming the second and third rounds tomorrow. Same deal, same arrangement. Come out and watch. We're going to have fun. We're going to play video games together, and we're going to be watching the draft together. So if you're into it, come watch me. All right. I made a reaction video on my phone of this pick because I was using the webcam to stream. I couldn't use the webcam to record a video. I know it's possible to do it because I've seen other people do it, but I can't do it on mine. So I was going to record a reaction video on my phone just so I could have my raw initial gut sense about this pick. I don't know if I'm going to upload it right now because one, it's on my stream. If you really want to go see it, it's on my stream. But two, guys, it's not pretty. The things that I thought and the things that I am still thinking, nearly an hour after that pick are ugly. All right, Jordyn Brooks, linebacker from Texas Tech. I had some people in the stream trying to tell me to, calm down. I had some people in the stream trying to tell me, oh, he's a really good player. You just need to give him a chance, which, okay, I will. I mean, he's on the team now. He's going to be on the team for at least a few years. I got to give him a chance. But to tell the truth, I dislike this pick tremendously on multiple levels. And I'm going to try to talk through all that in this video. And hopefully by the end you understand where I'm coming from and why I feel this way. First of all, I'm not going to say too much bad about the player. I'm not going to say a whole bunch of bad stuff about Jordyn Brooks as a player. I can't trash him that much because I don't know that much about him. I didn't scout him. I didn't watch him play. I am going to say a few things about his reputation. I am going to say a few things about what I've heard since we drafted him. But I'm not really going to trash the player. I'm not going to say he's a bum because it seems like that's not the case, actually. It seems like he is actually a very talented player. Here's my thing. Number one, the value. Okay? I didn't see Jordyn Brooks going in mock drafts in the first round. I didn't see Jordyn Brooks go in mock drafts in the second round. I saw Jordyn Brooks generally be valued around the third round. I even saw some stuff saying he was a fifth round talent. So right then and there, I'm like, ugh, really? That's the best you can do? But hey, in fairness, there are several people out there, and there are some sources on the internet, and there are some draft experts who said that Jordyn Brooks was going to go top of the second at lowest. There are some people out there who said this is a first round pick. Okay. So maybe he is a first round pick. Maybe he would have been drafted by the Ravens. Maybe the Dolphins would have drafted him if we didn't draft him. I don't know. And nobody can really know. But some people, there are people out there, experts, people who generally know what they're talking about, who generally know what they're doing, who would tell you that Jordyn Brooks is a first round talent. Okay. But then you have the position that he plays, linebacker. And number one, I don't see that as a need for this team. So I don't like it on that layer. You've got Bobby Wagner still at the tail end of his prime, just signed a monster extension, still a really, really good player, even if he's starting to fall off a little bit. KJ Wright, whether we might keep him around for one more year, but we know that he's a flawed player at this point in his career, but he's still a capable player. Not to say anything of the fact that you have Cody Barton, okay? And by the way, this draft pick makes me think that we've already basically thrown in the towel on Cody Barton, which doesn't make any sense to me, given that he was a rookie and he did some positive things last year. BBK, I don't care about. I don't care about BBK as anything more than a special teamer. I think he's too small to play linebacker in the NFL, but if you want to throw BBK in there as well, you can do that. You can say, hey, we just drafted a linebacker. We drafted 2 linebackers last year. Are we giving up on those guys? Because I'll tell you what, in the modern NFL, you only need 2 linebackers. The third guy should not get on the field very often. And if you're going to say, oh, well, this Seahawks team, they like to play 3 linebackers all the time, then get the coaching staff out of here, because that doesn't cut it in the modern NFL. Did you not watch this defense last year? But, some people are going to say, hey, KJ Wright's going to be gone. Bobby might be gone in a year or two because he's starting to get a little older. We need depth for injuries. You might say, hey, we're stuck in the base defense. We don't have to like it, but we have to accept it for at least one more year. We need another good linebacker. Okay. I feel you there. Maybe you're onto something. Maybe you have a point. I think it's bullshit that as a fan we have to put up with a substandard coaching staff and enable their substandard practices by making these suboptimal draft picks. But okay, fine. You want to say that, you might have a point. But what gets me, and this is something I might change my opinion on in the next few days based off what I see when I try to scout this guy. But my initial impression of this player, based off what I've read in the last couple hours about him, basically, he's great against the run. Great. Defending the run is just so freaking important in the modern NFL. My God, I mean, why don't you just tell me you drafted an NBA player who's really good at taking 18-foot jump shots? He's fast. Okay, sign me up for that. I like me a fast player. He hits hard. Okay, cool. And he can rush the passer, which, nice. Okay, good talent. But they tell me he's not good in coverage, which is why he blitzes a lot. He's not good in coverage. So what you're telling me then is that we just drafted a small, undersized, speedy linebacker who isn't good in coverage. Now, a lot of people have said that Jordyn Brooks is the next Bobby Wagner. Well, Bobby Wagner was a good cover linebacker in his heyday. Maybe not now. Maybe last year you would say he couldn't cover anymore. But Bobby Wagner knew how to cover, number one. So I have a problem there. Number two, the ability to stop the pass in the modern NFL is everything, guys. I don't give a crap about stopping the run. The Kansas City Chiefs just won the Super Bowl with the 26th ranked run defense, because their pass defense, while it wasn't amazing, was good enough to get off the field enough times. Because at the end of the day, what determines the success of your NFL team more than maybe anything else is, number one, your ability to stay on the field on third down. Number two, your ability to get off the field on third down. That's why the most valuable assets in the NFL are quarterback and pass rush. You need a great quarterback who can convert third downs. You need a great pass rush that can force bad passes on third down. That's how you win. If you have those two things, you are going to win a lot of games. You are going to compete for Super Bowls. And we just drafted a linebacker who, if I'm hearing correctly, is going to have to come off the fucking field on third down because he can't cover. We just drafted an off-ball linebacker in the first round when A.J. Epinenza was still there, DeAndre Swift was still there, Josh Okwara, who I'm not crazy high on, but, he was there. There were other guys who I would have been fine with, who seemed to address more obvious positions of need, were there. And I'm sorry, but my initial reaction, and I'm kind of sticking with this is worse than Penny. This is worse than Collier. At least Collier addressed a need. At least Penny's a good player. I think actually Penny could be a great player. He's just not right for this system. But this guy, what I'm seeing from him, based off what I've seen so far, is that he is really good at things that don't matter that much anymore. An off-ball linebacker doesn't matter that much anymore in the NFL. You need to be able to cover. That's what killed us last year, guys. Our linebackers couldn't cover. I told you in that video after the Ravens game. I broke it down for you. Our cornerbacks were covering. Our safeties were covering pretty well, except for Tedrick. We didn't have a big problem there. Our problem in coverage were these linebackers, and we just went to get a linebacker who apparently can't cover. And then you have all the little shit around this too, like, you know, Jordyn Brooks played for Texas Tech. What do they give up, like 60 points a fucking game? They don't play defense in the Big 12, do they? Did they start playing defense in the Big 12 suddenly? I don't know. I mean, I didn't want to draft Patrick Queen, but at least Patrick Queen played on a great defense. I'm going to need some time to process exactly how I feel about this pick. I'm going to need some time to really narrow down what I'm seeing here, but I hate this. I absolutely hate it. Some people at the time of the LJ Collier pick did not like the LJ Collier pick. Fair enough. Some people at the time of the Rashad Penny pick, including myself, kind of did not like the Rashad Penny pick. Fair enough, but those two picks were made with an obvious purpose, and it made sense for what the team needed. I don't see that with this pick. You can't tell me that Bobby Wagner will not be a Seahawk next year. You can't tell me that Cody Barton didn't show some real promise next year. You can't tell me that you couldn't get a decent off-ball linebacker in the 5th round and rolled out with him and probably been okay. So yeah, I don't like this pick on any level. I don't like the value we got. You're free to disagree with that. I don't like the position we drafted. You're free to disagree with that. But I don't see how anybody can come to the conclusion that it's good business to draft an off-ball linebacker in the 1st round who can't cover. Unless you're going to tell me he's going to rush the passer on every 3rd down. And that might come with its own problems, but I'm not even going to unpack all that right now. All right. That's my rant. This is me trying to be a little controlled. This is me trying to be reasonable and maybe even a little open-minded, but you guys are not going to get me to like this pick. You guys are not going to get me to like Jordyn Brooks, your latest 2020 Seahawk. All right. I'm going to go take care of some stuff. I'm going to jump on stream. So by the time you finish this video, assuming you're, watching me right after I upload, I'm probably streaming Persona 5. Come check it out. We'll talk it out. But, yeah, I'm not happy. And this team is going to have to impress the shit out of me the next 2 days to make up for it.